Recording in progress.
Whoever's got the mic, Chloe, would you like to start?
Come on, Chloe, what you got?
Well, you talked a lot last season about not being able to close out these close games. Just what did it do for the resolve of the team to kind of have a big lead, then lose it, then get it back and win the game?
Yeah, first, just great team win tonight. Great fever win, great team win. Probably what I'm most proud of, though, is we called 3 stops in a row a kill, and we got that late when we needed to, when we went to trapping Ryan Howard, who got really hot. So really proud of my team on the defensive end getting those stops.
And then Aliyah had, I think she matched her career high with 27 points, and then she had one off her career high rebounds with 13. Just what did she do tonight to help you win, especially with, I think, 10 straight points in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, she was undeniable tonight. I watched her warm up back in the back. I can watch them warm up, and her warm up was different. She was more physical. I couldn't be more proud of her. I thought she played extremely well, really physical, didn't back down, and finished great shots at the rim tonight.
We'll go James, then we'll go Matt.
Obviously, you know, Aliyah's a great player, but what do you think that just does for her? She was saying she kind of needed a game like this.
Yeah, well, you know, the other night against Connecticut, I just needed her to get some confidence. Like, I left her in. I need her to get confidence because that's what she was missing. She's so hard on herself, and she did that. She had a good practice yesterday. We had a good shoot-around today. We went more live in our shoot-around today, and then she just carried that over, and I'm so proud of her for that tonight.
And then Kelsey helping to get you over the hump. I've talked about it before, but just her ability to score in a variety of ways and then score late, how much did that mean to this team, and I guess tonight specifically?
Yeah. I mean, we've got some weapons out there, and once we have, time to figure it all out and get on the same page and understand where people are at times. You play these teams like Vegas and New York, and they just know where each other's going to be. We don't have that yet, but we're getting closer. Kelsey's, she's so explosive. She can get to the rim. She can draw defenders. She's going to make a great pass. She's going to kick, Just really proud of what she did tonight. Hit that big shot, I guess, when the time was going out at the end of that quarter. So she just had some good, and defensively, she's really locked in to trying to be a good defender for us.
Go Matt, then Tony.
I think it was Aliyah's last basket, put you guys up by 5, with, 25 seconds left. Looked over. You just seemed really excited, pumping your fists, turning to your assistants, for the downs that this team has been to sort of, rise up, get a win tonight. What was just the emotion like in that one, moment 25 seconds ago?
We made a great pass into her. She sealed. She got a great look. She finished. Again, it was a great team win. Just proud of my team. Proud of how they fought across the board. Our bench was awesome. We had players that came in and really helped us when we needed it. Just really proud. Big team win tonight.
Go Tony, then we'll go Brad in the back.
2 for you. One about Aliyah. You mentioned that second half in Connecticut where you guys were playing through her, getting the confidence in her. You also kind of felt like slowed it down a bit, playing in the post there. How much of that style change, even today, has helped you guys offensively?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to play through the post. That doesn't mean a post touch. That just means get your feet in the paint, get the ball in the paint. It just collapses the defense. It just opens everything up. We did that tonight. I think we ended up with 42 points in the paint tonight. And then I think we had one quarter where we only had 4 points. So if we would have been as solid as we were in the first half in that third quarter, I mean, we'd have had plus 50 in the paint.
And you mentioned effort after the Connecticut game, which as a coach has to feel like the most frustrating way to lose, to then bounce back and win a game like this. What does that feel like for you personally?
Yeah, we have a set of standards. And, I didn't feel like we didn't meet those the other night against Connecticut. And they as well thought the same after we had time to talk about it. So we're going to figure out, we set standards for our team, and that's what we want to reach every single night. And they know that, and I thought they did it tonight.
Go Brad in the back, then come up to Zion.
Christie, you've talked about needing to get some work done, just practice with this team. How important were these last couple of days, though, to just give them a bit of a pause, to just step back? Everybody took a deep breath, it feels like, and almost came back refreshed this evening.
Yeah, we didn't have such a trying practice yesterday, but we had more of a mental day. And I think that really helped them out a lot. I talked to several of them after, and, I think that was just what we needed in that moment after that Connecticut game, just to kind of get refocused.
Zion, go ahead.
After the way Monday's game, transpired and how much you preach a defense, just what did it mean, like you said, to get that kill, those stops at the end there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go home and watch that over and over because we just did an excellent job Ryan Howard got hot. She's an excellent player. That's what she does. And we decided to trap her coming off those dribble handoffs, or if she was going to come back into a ball screen, and just did it perfectly. The timing was perfect. We were aggressive. We didn't foul. It was just a huge moment for our team growing up right there in that time.
And then with Aliyah, you obviously, gave her the ball in the post all year, but it felt like tonight she got the ball maybe a little bit earlier in the possessions. I guess, how does that change, how efficient and effective she can be?
Yeah, we're going to keep feeding her. If we get the ball in the paint, the defense collapses. Like, I thought we ran a play right out of half. I thought they would double her right there. I wanted to see what they were going to do. So I wanted her to get a post touch to see where that was going to be coming from. And they just stayed one-on-one. So then we just kept doing exactly what we did.
Go Scott.
Christie, you've played from behind, it seems like, a lot throughout the season. To take a double-digit lead and carry that throughout much of the game, how important was that? And yet at the same time, that first half offense seemed like it was some of the best we've seen all year. Why was that, do you think?
Yeah, I thought we moved the ball really well. We took care of the ball. I think we only had 5 turnovers at the half, and that was huge. But we've got to make that, we've got to play the third and the fourth quarter. Like, when things are working, we have to figure out we can't stop doing what was working for us. And so we need to go back, look at it, see what we can do to adjust right there.
Anybody else? Chloe, go ahead.
Yeah, Aliyah, I believe you had 8 or 10 straight points for Fever tonight. Just what was going through your mind in the fourth quarter when you kind of lost that lead, then got it back again?
I'm just trying to be dominant. I feel like I was very dominant that first half, and the third quarter not so much. And so the fourth quarter, I just tried to make it, just put an emphasis on it to just be dominant.
To piggyback off that, Aliyah, how good did this one feel just to hang on and also defensively get 2 24-second violations?
Yeah, that was great for us. We just said it that this was a great team win for us. We made adjustments at the end. Ryan just started knocking down threes, and so we had to adjust, and we were able to get some stops when it was really crucial for us.
And then, Kelsey, for you, owning that closer role, how much did you just enjoy those moments and putting a stamp on it?
I think our team's energy defensively kind of fueled everything we needed to close out that game, and I think without these guys, I don't think that would have happened. So that energy that we had to kind of close and get those 20 for a second, I think it was just momentum and just finding different ways to affect the game. So I'm proud of our group.
Yeah, Aliyah, just going back to those possessions against Ryan near the end there, what was you guys switched it up where you were pretty much double teaming her coming off those screens. What was your mindset knowing, she had gotten hot there for a second and you basically knew she was going to shoot and have the ball?
Exactly that. Exactly that. We were trying to rush her, just make it hard for her, make her think about maybe even giving it up just because, she came out that second half and was just lighting it up. And so anything was better than a wide open shot or a late contest.
Aliyah, to have this kind of game, you talked a couple weeks ago about not liking your start to the season. Is this any way relieving or freeing for you to have a game like this where you try to dominate and do?
Yeah, I think this was, just for me, was a pretty good game just because I think I've just been needing one like this where I just feel like I'm dominant and I'm getting to my spots. And so I'm really glad to have my teammates out there that trusted me, gave me the ball, and trusted me to make the shot.
Yeah, Leah, what does it kind of take to have such an explosive first half, go a little bit quiet in the second half, and then pick it up just, where you left off?
I think that just goes to show our team, when we are at our best, it's really hard for teams to stop us, and I think we saw that in the first half. We were kind of getting what we needed, and then that second half, we started off really slow in that third quarter, but, I feel like this whole season so far, we've just talked about being resilient. We've talked about just getting back up, and Atlanta came, they hit us with a punch, and we were able to get back up and just close it out with a win.
Katie, were your threes a gift to yourself for your birthday, and how good did it feel to just see them go in and see the ball get hopping and moving throughout the game?
Sniper.
Yeah, for sure. Gift for myself, love that for me. But I just feel like with the past few days, I've really been getting in the gym and trying to, just be ready for this moment when it comes. And today I felt good, and my teammates had confidence to get me the ball in those moments, and I felt like I took the right shots for me. So that's why it flowed with the game, and that's why I was able to shoot well.
For any of you guys, just felt like everything went right in the first half, lull in the second half, but then to win a game like that, what does that say about the resolve of a young team, and what can a win like this do for you moving forward?
I think for us, we can utilize, obviously, that lull as a learning lesson, but I think it just shows our resiliency and what we brought to the table as a group. I think it took more than five or six people that you typically need, and I think once you utilize the entire team and we utilize what makes us great, and that's our aggressiveness on defense. And being in the right spots, I think we can get anything we want in this league. And that's to say we play against the best players in the league. And so I'm confident enough to say that once we kind of like hammer home the idea of a staying aggressive on defense every possession, I think we'll have a really good season.
Got one on Zoom. Mike Vopel. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. If I could, I just had one for Lou and one for Aliyah. Lou, it seemed like that first half especially, the ball movement was really good. Did you feel like that was about as good as you guys have moved the ball? That first half, you had 59 points. And then, Aliyah, you talked about how good you felt tonight, but this was also, I believe this is one off your career-high rebounds, tying career-high points, tying career-high field goals. Was this game one where you just felt like you were able to assert the way you want to play?
Yeah, to go off the first question, I think for sure the ball was moving. You could feel it. We could feel it within our group. I think the way we celebrated each other, we were really playing like a team out there, and you could see it in the way the ball was moving, the buckets we were getting. We started going to AB early, and it was working, and so we kept going at that, and then we went back to it in the fourth quarter, and she pulled through and basically helped these two pulled out the win with those big buckets.
And yes, I feel like this game, my mindset coming in was just to dominate. And I feel like when I played against them in the preseason, it was kind of a hard game for me, just understanding like Tina Charles. She's just a great post player, and Cheyenne as well, just super physical. And so I was just thinking that this has to be the game that I just try to dominate in the post. And it started off really great for me. And I think I just had that mindset of like, just keep it going.
Thank you.
You talked about, after a year off training camp, being a little harder or more demanding than you expected. How have you had to change your approach from a day-to-day perspective since then? Or do you feel like now you're more in that rhythm of the grind of the season?
Yeah, I've been trying to put in a lot of extra work, not so much like pounding over and over, but being able to get a feel for the game and find out how I can feel my best on the court. I've changed up the way I've been lifting, and I think that's helped translate from how I was feeling early on. And just as more games happen, you get into shape a little bit more. I've had to play a lot of post this year, so learning that and getting more comfortable at that, I feel like I'm starting to get fully into that transition of it. Yeah. It's okay, whatever we need.
Yeah, for any of you, after Christie talked about the defensive effort on Monday, what was it just like as a team, maybe conversations amongst yourself or just, the routine to kind of get back the energy to, pull out a win like this with a lot of resolve in the fourth quarter?
I think that we all individually took a look in the mirror about what we can be better at. I think anybody that's a professional player or whatever they do, you take a look in the mirror, like see how can I be better, how can I be great for myself, let alone my teammates. And I think we have to take a long look on Monday night. And I think, it kind of put in perspective where we need to be better at for today. And I think with that effort of holding ourselves accountable, we was able to go as a group and hold ourselves accountable. And I think we saw a different group. So I'm proud of our progress within our 3 or 4 days. 2 or 3 days. It was good for us.
We got 2 more. We'll do one on Zoom, James Conlon, then we'll finish with Chloe in the room.
Hi, my question is for Leah. Leah, in a contest that was evenly fought throughout the four quarters there tonight, was your ability to create second chance scoring opportunities the difference tonight in terms of inside and the less?
Yeah, I think so. I tried to just rebound the ball, but I think a big part of it, too, was us being able to get those defensive stops and then be able to let that fuel our offense. But my goal is definitely to just continue to try and rebound, give us second chance opportunities, and try to score when I could.
Yeah, Kelsey, you mentioned just how good this team could be, if you're as aggressive on defense at the end of the fourth quarter all the time. Just how do you instill that in the team, just to do it all the time?
This is not a league where you're going to get it overnight. So I think the more and more reps we get and the more and more experience we get against the best, I think we give ourselves a chance and give ourselves an opportunity. But I think reps overall is going to help us because the more and more we see it and kind of rep it out over a time of our practice that we do have, I think the more and more we see it, I think we put ourselves in a position to kind of always be aggressive to the point where it's our DNA. It's a part of who we are. It's our identity. So.